Josh was born about a month early, right before Christmas. A few days after we got him home, we were just getting him ready for bed, and his color just vanished. He was having a hard time breathing, and so Shelly and I both know that we had to get him to the hospital right away. After a couple of hours in the ER, a doctor finally came back to talk to us. I'll never forget what he said. He said, "Josh is sick. He is bad sick." It was about a day later that they did discover that it was his heart. He was getting too much blood to his lungs, so essentially he was drowning. When he was just 11 days old, he had his first big surgery. We spent 44 days in the NICU, and then they got him back. They were getting him ready for what they called a Fontan procedure, which is essentially a fancy bypass, and it's usually done in 2 stages. He had one at 2 years old, and then when he was 4 years old, we had the full Fontan procedure done down at Mayo.
I feel very lucky that I was able to get treatment I needed and the help that I needed from my parents, because if I didn't, I wouldn't be sitting here right now.
After Josh's Fontan surgery, he grew up as a normal kid. He just couldn't do anything that was too demanding on his heart. We continued seeing the other doctors at Mayo on a regular basis, but all the medicines he took and the other procedures just weren't going to help his heart anymore. Mayo said the time had come for a transplant. Because Josh was healthy enough to not be in a hospital, the only way to get to Mayo fast enough, was to maybe use Sanford AirMed, but that cost would have to come out of his pocket. We knew Bell had some planes. We just said, if you just happen to have one in Fargo, and you happen to have a crew, would you be willing to fly Josh down? The answer was yes. No hesitation.
There were days where I was depressed, sad, angry, just tired of waiting.
We were just shy of about 3 years that we were waiting for the call. Anytime my wife and I would get a call from him, we're like, it's just that little jump. Is this it? Is this it? Except for that day. I don't think I screamed so loud in my life. I just let out a big, "Josh is getting a heart."
I was excited, but I was also terrified. I know how big of a procedure it is, but I was happy to be able to live a better, more fuller life.
Gift of Life Transplant House provides a home away from home and a home that aids in the recovery and healing of transplant patients.
What makes it great is it's not free, but the cost is so very reasonable. We were there for months. Put that against a normal hotel bill, oh my goodness. We knew places like that existed, but you really don't understand it until you're one of the people that have to be there. That's what kind of became an obvious choice for where that money needed to go.
I would like to give you this check for $18,200.
It's really nice to be able to help people who are going through a situation that is very similar to what I went through, and staying in the same place to help each other heal and get home.
Since I couldn't be there right away, his brother, he was able to be the one down there. We would FaceTime and stuff, and I remember I said, I want to see his hands. They've been blue his entire life, and I want to see what they look like. And they were pink and perfect, and his wife and his mom were pretty much down there for most of the time, and then I'd be going back and forth on weekends. So it's like, okay, so what can I do to support this kid? So I turn on full dad mode and I start making these really goofy dad joke videos. I wanted Josh to know that I was cheering him on from home.
It hasn't been easy. I just want to stay around, especially for my wife, my family. I don't want to leave yet.
How's it feel? Good?
It's one day at a time. I've said that to him, I don't know how many times.
Thank you for being with me and going along on this journey. It's been a little easier with everybody with me.
He is such a fighter. He is the toughest man I ever know.
Thank you, Dad.